It's not every day that you get to see a product like this on this channel. This is the Devialet Phantom Reactor 900. This costs $1,300 US, or approximately 100 plates of very delicious beer battered fish and chips. Anyway, this is the 900 watt version. There's another version which outputs 600 watts. That one costs $1,000. Now, full disclosure, Devialet did not loan me a new set. This is a review unit which has been unpacked and repacked many times before, so it doesn't really make sense for me to do an unboxing video. So I'm just gonna set this up quickly because the true purpose of this video is so that we can understand the sound quality and how it compares with other speakers like the JBL Extreme 2, which costs just a fraction of the price. This one retails for the regular price of $300. This is $1,300, so obviously I'm expecting this to deliver much more power, but you know, who knows? So I'm really excited about this bass test. Let's set this up. Wow, it's really small. I mean, I've seen and tried and reviewed the original Devialet Phantom. This is tiny compared to the previous one. Wow, but it looks really good, really good. Okay, this has got a full metal construction just like the previous model, so it's super heavy. I reckon that this has got to be like 4 or 5 kilograms, okay? No joke, you throw this on somebody's head, it's gonna kill them for sure. It has also got that same alien spaceport look, which I really dig. Touch controls on top, and the same side firing woofer design here. But what's different about this is that this has got a single full range driver as opposed to a tweeter mid-range driver combination in the front like in the previous model. A range of connectivity options at the back. You've got one port that takes an optical input or an analog 3.5mm input, Ethernet cable input, and it's got a power cable input here, power button. Okay, enough talk from me. It's time to let the speakers do the talking. Okay, so let's set this up and do the bass test. Okay, so I've set up the speaker using the Devialet app for Phantom Reactor. Strange, however, that this uses a totally different app from the bigger Devialet Phantom. Why couldn't they just have included the setup for both of these speakers in one app? I don't know, okay. But anyway, I set it up already. This supports Wi-Fi streaming such as AirPlay, Chromecast, Spotify Connect, but we're not going to use any of those, okay? We're just going to run it off its Bluetooth because the JBL Extreme 2 only supports Bluetooth, so it's a more fair comparison. However, even for Bluetooth, this supports AAC and SBC, whereas the Extreme 2 only supports SBC, as far as I know. Yes, both of them don't support aptX, so we're not going to expect great audio to video syncing, but the purpose of this video is just to compare its sound quality and bass performance. I'm going to be running the music off my iPhone, so let's begin. Let me just sit over there with you so that we can listen to the speakers together. Just a little bit about the specs before I begin. This has 2 tweeters, 2 woofers, and 2 bass radiators. Total output 40 watts. Okay, so 40 watts is not much because this speaker is meant to operate on a rechargeable battery. So power saving, power consumption is a concern. This speaker has 1 full range driver and 2 side firing woofers. Total output, and I believe this to be a peak output and not RMS output. We are looking at 900 watts. Okay, so 40 watts RMS versus 900 watts, but let's see how they compare with each other, okay? So, I'm gonna start playing my favorite song, City Lights by Plastic. Copyright free, of course. Pretty strong mid-range. The basic fact is Okay, the sound quality is, I would say overall it's got pretty loud, bright and clear mid-range. The high ends are more or less effortless, I would say. I do hear a little bit of sibilance, but it's still quite an overall non-fatiguing sound quality. Of course, everything is localized there, as in uh, it doesn't have that spacious and open feel that you get with some other speakers. Bass performance, however, I feel that it's stronger in the upper and mid bass registers. Lower bass registers, I'm not very sure if this can extend that low, but we'll find that out later on. Let's switch over to the Extreme 2. Lower. This I can confirm because I do feel a little bit more gravitas from the JBL Extreme 2. However, it does have less bite and detail in the mid-range and upper bass registers. So yes, it's bassy, but at the same time, um, it doesn't feel as dynamic and engaging as the Devialet Phantom Reactor. But I can say this, the Devialet Phantom Reactor feels a lot louder than the JBL Extreme 2 at midpoint volume, 50%. So I had to raise the volume of the Extreme 2 just a little bit to compete with the Phantom Reactor. But apart from that, I would say that in terms of bass performance, the JBL Extreme 2 hits a little lower, but the Devialet Phantom gives you a little bit more impact and oomph. Okay, now I'm going to switch back to the Phantom Reactor. Let's try again. Two sounds a little bit more open. The Phantom Reactor is a lot more focused. Like this is like the focal point of your sound. Okay, let's continue with the Phantom Reactor and then we'll switch over to the Extreme 2. Yeah, no doubt, this is a lot more louder than the Extreme 2. It's like, like if you want to fill up a very large area at home but you don't want your speaker to take a lot of space, then the Phantom Reactor is totally the way to go, man. The Extreme 2, it is loud, but not as loud as the Phantom Reactor for sure. Okay, so let's switch over to the Extreme 2. Remember, I had to raise the volume of the Extreme 2 to compensate for the Reactor's volume, okay? Bearing that in mind, let's give the Extreme 2 another go. You see that? The bass extension. So pretty nice long tail at the end of the bass impact. So the bass extension on the the JBL Extreme 2 is what I would consider to be nicer to enjoy. The Phantom Reactor, let's give it a try, okay? Let's try the Phantom Reactor's bass extension. Yep, the Extreme 2 has bass extension that hits lower, but the Phantom Reactor's bass extension is, I would say, more hovering over the mid-range bass frequencies. So it's audible, but it does not have that same gravitas as the Extreme 2. But on the flip side, the JBL Extreme 2 has none of those things, but it has gravitas. Okay, so gravitas is what it's good for. If you want, however, a lot more volume, a lot more power in the mid-range, great high frequency performance, great detail, and solid upper to mid-range bass performance, the Phantom Reactor is your boy. Okay, let me go over to the front of the camera. So yeah, this is what I have to say about the sound quality between the Phantom Reactor and the JBL Extreme 2. This experiment really shows that even if a speaker costs a lot of money, like I said, the Phantom Reactor, $1,300 versus the Extreme 2, $300, it does not mean that the Phantom Reactor is 4 times better, more than 4 times better in terms of sound quality than the Extreme 2. The Extreme 2 held up surprisingly quite well against the Phantom Reactor, especially in the lower frequency range. But of course, if you're looking for a speaker that speaks volumes about its build quality, its sound quality, its features, it has AirPlay, AAC codec, optical input for high-res music streaming, and the ability to connect across multiple rooms with similar speakers, then you'll be looking at the Devialet Phantom Reactor, because in the market, there isn't a speaker that I can think of that looks as good as this, sounds as good as this, that is built as well as this. This is aircraft grade easily. Aircraft grade. Okay, so kudos to Devialet for creating such a product to cater for the lower, I wouldn't say lower, but the less expensive price points. But it does not mean that you shouldn't take a second or even a third look at lower price point speakers like the JBL Extreme 2. So I think I should end this video right here. Thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, please punch that like button and share this video with your friends. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, and remember to ring the bell to join my notification squad, because I upload videos every single week and YouTube will not notify you unless you ring this bell. So please ring the bell. My name is Aaron. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you again in the next one. Face palm.